The fastest way for creative agencies to lose high-paying clients or potential clients is pitching way too early. I used to do this all the time. I used to get myself all worked up and think that I had to just go in there, guns blazing. And I was actually really timid, really shy, and I had to pretend I was this totally different person. Now, actually, I did this totally wrong, and I keep meeting a lot of designers, a lot of agencies, a lot of amazing creative agencies that don't even realize they're doing it, because the second sales call starts, they jump straight in. Services, deliverables, process, portfolio, capabilities. But premium clients, they just don't buy like that. Okay, you have to start talking to people like real human beings, and they buy because they feel understood. They buy because you care more, because you understand them. And this is what this video is about today. I'm going to show you the sales mistakes most creative agencies make, and they keep making them, and what to do about it instead. Now, this is why a lot of people don't like sales. This is why a lot of people feel awkward. They feel uncomfortable because there's somebody in the room that's just trying way too hard. A lot of agency owners, they secretly hate it, and it's totally normal if you're starting to feel a negative energy or an energy that doesn't feel right to you. You're going to start noticing that. And sometimes it is just the energy that someone brings that can make a big difference. Not because they're bad at communicating, because they think that they've got to convince someone. So they over explain, they ramble, they talk way too much, they start presenting solutions before they really understand who they're talking to, and they've not even asked many questions. And it starts to feel heavy, it starts to feel really awkward. But the truth is that the best sales calls don't feel like that at all. They don't feel like you're pitching, they don't feel like you're selling. They actually feel like you just care and you want to understand, you want to know more about the situation. Discovery beats pitching every time. The agency that close better and have a lot more conversions, they agree on projects a lot sooner, a lot quicker, a lot easier, is when they ask better questions. So instead of trying to impress the client immediately, trying to tell them all these people that you've worked with, trying to show all these awards you've got, it's not about that at all. They just diagnose what's the issue, what the things are that these clients are concerned about, what is going on for them right now, and they just understand the journey that they're on. Instead of, here's what we do, you need to ask, what's a priority at the moment? Are there certain things that are really frustrating? What have you tried already? What happens if this problem just keeps carrying on? What would a successful outcome look like? Why is this important right now? And if you say it in the right way, it's going to really land in a gentle, concerning way, a way that people can tell that you actually care and you actually want to help. These questions completely change the conversation, because now the client starts to emotionally connect with you. And when people feel the cost of feeling stuck and they're living through that emotion, they start to become far more motivated to sort it out and to move forwards. The reason why a lot of people struggle is because they don't have a proper structure to follow. They just get really nervous and they start rambling, and it's whatever comes into their head. So it's really not going to be a very successful way to keep converting those people on a much more consistent way. Every sales call feels very unpredictable, but confidence is often just structure. So a simple framework could really solve this for you. Understand the problem, start understanding the impact, understand the desire, identify the gaps, explain your approach, and discuss what's going to happen next. Really simple, really powerful, and it's really basic. And there are lots of different formats out there. Well, I would say that's the most basic structure that's going to help you the most right now if you've never used one before. When you control the structure, the conversation feels calmer, and calm confidence builds trust. Now, the biggest shift is actually to do with how we sound and how we come across on the call, because you do have to start acting like a leader. Now, if you're an established business already, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you probably do it already. But a lot of people may not be used to being in that role. They may be used to just somebody telling them, oh, I need this, I need that, without taking control of that situation. And premium clients are not looking for someone to take orders. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for leadership. They're looking for direction. And the agencies that win consistently and are using a structure, something similar to what I talked about today, they're not overwhelming people with information. That's why certainty matters, And it means that if you're feeling confident, certain yourself, then you're going to project that certainty on the person that you're talking to. If your communication feels scattered, it feels unsure, uncertain, then that energy comes across too. So if you can make the person feel relaxed, feel comfortable, feel at ease talking to you, then they are much more likely to buy. So if your sales calls have been a bit inconsistent, if you don't know what to talk about, don't know what questions to ask, then there's a good chance that you're pitching too early and just rambling on about services when you actually just need to diagnose the problem properly. The goal is not to impress clients, the goal is to deeply understand them, because the agencies that ask the best questions usually win the best clients. If you want my discovery framework for agency calls, comment cells below and I'll send it over. If you found this useful today, subscribe because I'll be sharing a lot more strategies to help creative agencies attract better clients and grow more consistently. Have an amazing week.